without further ado, let's dive into this one. Hi-ho everybody, I'm the Gringo Scott, and we're on day 8 of our 30-day everyday video review challenge. If you want to see more of these videos, please check out the playlist I'll put at the end of this video. But the movie we'll be reviewing today is the 1981 classic Time Bandits. At least classic in my mind. This movie follows a young British boy back in 1981.
¿Qué tiempos aquellos?
He has two parents who are very into consumerism, very into materialism. It's always the best, newest thing that the Joneses has. Let's keep up with the Joneses. Let's do what they're doing. Let's do what this guy's doing. Always doing that. They're concerned about their child in the sense that, does he look bad to the outer world? Does it not make us look good? But they don't really care about him. He's kind of left to his own. He does homework. He does what he's told. He goes to bed when he should. But they don't care. They're into watching TV and game shows and what's going to be won and everything like that. So he's a pretty isolated child. He goes to bed one night and he wakes to a horrible crash in his room. Come to find out, these little short people are in there and they have a map. And they are running away from what appears to be God busting through his room. And they start pushing on the wall. And needless to say, he gets tied up in these Time Bandits, if you will, who have stolen the map from God. They were assistants to creating the universe with God, but now they decide to steal the map to go and steal riches. Take riches from different time periods, from different guys, like from Napoleon, from kings, from whatever, you know, just go around gathering riches. For what ends, there is no means. It doesn't even matter. It's not like it even matters if they have it, and they move around places, so they can't really keep it anywhere either, and they're just kind of running from this higher power. But that's the basic thing, and this child gets pulled into this. So now he goes from parents who he's a victim of their parents' greed and self-centeredness to now these little time bandits that are doing the same thing. And that is the basic summary of this story. This movie really highlights the dangers of being too greedy, being too self-centered, comparing yourself to others all the time. I mean, this child is clearly a victim of that type of thinking to the extreme. Is there a balance? Yes, there's obviously a balance. We can't have, it's nice to have things. We should have things. I don't think I need to be a type of priest that does with nothing without, because you hear that about people who do, some people go really off the deep end, in my opinion. But to me, to move off to some monastery, to be living like with nothing at all, to me, is kind of an addiction itself. It's going extreme the other way. What are you avoiding? Type of thing. Other extremists collecting everything, being a hundreds of billions of dollars, and it's never enough, and you got to maximize your profit. That's extreme as well. So there's extremes of both. I think there's a balance on this, and this one kind of talks about the balance. I think it's important to find between wanting material things and being proud of having things, and sharing the wealth or the love with others, or making sure others can also obtain this and not just take. You know, there's a giving part of aspect to a thing too. So I think for me, this movie kind of reflected me on that, made me think of that as well. Guys, this is a really pretty dark movie. It's 1981 when this was released, but I have a feeling a lot of people that existed in the 70s made it, because it's pretty damn melancholy. Very dark message, kind of not the most happy-ish the way it is. I don't want to give too much detail, but yeah, that's something to be aware of. Now, the good of this movie, there is good in it. That's why I'm even mentioning this movie. It's not all bad. It's interesting. They go to alternate worlds, alternate realities, different timelines. They get themselves into trouble, get out of trouble. You kind of just get to see the exploration of the universe as a whole and how it works. It almost feels like this time map that they stole from this higher power allows you to see kind of it kind of pulls you away from the world by being able to go in different time periods and stuff. And that's neat. It's really cool. It's a unique movie. The music's great. The soundtrack's great. The acting is lovely. I love it so much. And I don't know, I did enjoy the movie as a kid. There's one thing I do remember that was really scary about it. That part I mentioned earlier about the closet, and he's going to bed, and all of a sudden this deity busts out, and they'll bring me the map, and then they're all pushing him, the dwarves, or not dwarves or whatever, the small people, and him are pushing the wall to try to escape, and it's moving, and creepy as heck. That freaked me out as a kid. I remember I had to get up and leave for that part. That scared me so bad because I suffered night terrors when I was a child, and that's like waking up and hearing and seeing things, but you're awake, quote unquote, but you're really not. So that was like, whoa, man, that's too close to reality there for me. But the movie's a bit dark, it's a bit creepy, but it's interesting. It's worth checking out just to see it. It has a very Monty Python type of humor to it as well. I want to say they were involved in it, but I'm not totally sure. Now guys, before I give my overall view of this movie, and please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Now I'm going to give Time Bandits, the 1981 movie, I'll scale up to 1 to 10. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Peace! Yeah, boy.